This news update is brought to you by
This is the Noon Barbados Today update for Tuesday, September 9th, 2014. I'm Carol Williams. Thanks for joining us. The figures are in. Officials of the University of the West Indies are reporting a 28% drop in overall registration of students entering the Cavell campus at the start of the new school year. Campus Registrar Ken Walters made the announcement during a press conference at the institution this morning. Our Emmanuel Joseph was there and tells us more.
Noting that the current economic challenges facing the country and the government's decision to make students pay their own tuition fees this year have adversely affected enrollment, Walters disclosed that overall registration dropped from 8,713 last year to 6,229 this year. The campus registrar also reported a 34% fall off in new students this year. Barbadians entering the Cavell campus also fell from 1,545 last year to 911 this year. He was also worried about the decline in overseas students whose revenue has made a significant contribution to the infrastructural development of the UWI. Overseas students, comprising regional and internationals, recorded a 33% drop this year. Of particular concern to the registrar was the decline in postgraduates, whom he suggested are necessary to help in research and development in Barbados. Despite these declines, Walters has given the assurance that Cavell is still a viable learning institution and was here to stay. From the Cavell campus of the University of the West Indies, Emmanuel Joseph for Barbados Today.
Meantime, officials at the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited say they are working on a plan to help students finance their tertiary education. Credit Union President Dalton Medford revealed that the institution will lobby government to introduce a registered education savings plan to allow parents to save specifically towards their children's college education. Medford would not be drawn into comments on whether the new tuition fees at the UE are fair, but he says it is credit union's intention to ensure that all members who are willing get an opportunity to attain university education. They are one day late, but the new term at St. Mark's Primary in St. Philip got off to a smooth start this morning. It was the first day of school for bright-eyed students and teachers anxious to get to work in improved conditions. During the summer holiday, repairs were made to the school, including major improvements to the roof. Principal Oriel Linton issued this advice to her charges.
Don't lose your way, don't daydream. Hold to the truth in your heart. Listen to the voice of your teacher and follow instructions.
Lawmen are continuing investigations into the unnatural death of a 56-year-old freighter. According to police, Anthony Maynard of Berksland, Britain's Hill, St. Michael, died when he fell from his vehicle around 3:48 yesterday afternoon. He was pronounced dead on the scene. He was delivering bags of produce to a resident in Chelston Gardens, Culloden Road, St. Michael, when the incident occurred. A post-mortem has been scheduled to determine the cause of death.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Welcome back. We go to St. Lucia now, where fire officers are giving the thumbs up to a decision by Chief Fire Officer Leslie Fontenelle to accept a secondment to the St. Lucia Air and Seaport Authority. In fact, the St. Lucia Fire Service Association describes the move as a moral victory. The officers have been complaining about poor relations with Fontenelle, among other issues, and stayed off the job for 1 week. The secondment was among a range of measures to end the industrial action announced by Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony in a national address on Sunday night. Further afield, the report is in on the fatal crash of Malaysian Airlines Flight 17 in eastern Ukraine back in July. The Boeing 777, which was flying from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur, suddenly plunged out of the sky, killing all 298 passengers and crew on board. The report, prepared by the Dutch Safety Board, says the aircraft broke up in mid-air after being hit by objects that pierced the plane at high velocity. It said there was no evidence of technical or human error. The investigators relied on cockpit data, air traffic control and images to compile the report, since the crash site in eastern Ukraine remains too dangerous to access amid fighting between government troops and rebels. And on that note, we come to the end of our noon Barbados Today update. We'll be back again at 6 p.m. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or better yet, like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you for the latest news and sports. I'm Carol Williams. Have a wonderful day.
This news update is brought to you by